All right, so I just finished beating the front brakes. So now I'm gonna do the rear here. The rear right here, and obviously right here. So let me open up the reservoir first. So here I'm doing things with one hand again. One hand on the camera, one hand on the tool. Always makes things slower. Right, so you can see the line is actually a little bit below the upper mark. It's in the upper mark step right there, obviously, right? There's the upper mark. The line, the fluid is actually right here. So that's about maybe 4 millimeters or so below the upper mark. So it should go straight out. It's nice and dry, clean. So we don't have to touch those. There's other stuff on the other hand. It's not going to be nice and clean and dry. It's going to be probably a little wet, is my guess. Let's see. So let's see this first plastic one right here. This one's a little wet. Yeah, you can see it. See a little wetness there. That's always the case. That's condensation. Brake fluid absorbs water, so that's what it is. Yeah, this is all wet right here. All right. So oops. I want to trip out everywhere. So there's the brake fluid. It's very yellow looking. It's very yellow, so pay attention to the color of it. So once I blade it out, and the fresh fluid is not going to be that, it's not going to be that yellow, that dark. All right, so let's go to this side. Over here, the working side right here. All right, have my wrench on there already. Let's get the hose on here. So I think this is the same size as the front. Yep, same size. And I also put the zip tie. The zip tie helps keep it in place so it doesn't slip off. I alligator clamp my hose down here where my bleed is right here like that. All right. So here I'm gonna do the same thing like I did on the front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the brake lever down right here. Hold that. Hold the brake lever down. Open this up. You see it coming out. Close it. Close the nipple. Then you can release the brake lever, and you keep on doing that until the reservoir goes down low. Then you refill it, and you keep on doing it. And I would probably do it about 3 times. Usually, you know when your brake fluid is fresh is because when the old brake fluid is darker. So when it comes to the hose, this hose is actually kind of aged, so it's kind of dark already. But when this hose was new, it was clearer. You can see the brake fluid coming through. The old brake fluid is darker. Then as the new brake fluid comes out, that's when you know it's okay. It's all new fluid now. You can still kind of see it even with this colored hose, but it's kind of hard though. It's kind of hard to see. So pump. Oh, shit, this thing's gonna come off. This thing's gonna come off right here on the nipple. I can see it coming off already. Shoot, it's gonna come off. I need to find something to elevate that. Oh, the hell with it. It won't come off. Man, I can see it, like I can see the nipple like halfway coming off already. Cause this hose right here is so stiff. It's an old hose, so it's aged. All right, pump. Hold the brake lever. Open this up. All right. See the brake fluid. Close the nipple. Let go of the brake lever. Pump. I usually do 3 pumps. All right, same thing, and you keep on repeating that same thing over and over again until your brake reservoir level goes down. Make sure it doesn't go down so far where it sucks the air in, because if that happens, you have to like start all over again almost, basically, kind of. Man, this thing's coming off. So looking here, I can see the fluid's kind of, it looks kind of murky. It's darker. It's a little bit. It looks kind of murky as it goes through. And it's fresh fluid. It'll look less murky right here. So up on over here, now it's basically it's fallen below the low level, and it's not low enough where it'll suck air in. So this is why I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna refill this up with fresh fluid. So I'm gonna keep on doing this step, you know, and repeat myself again. And I would do it so that way I would go through at least 2 fills, if not 3 fills of this. Then that's when I'll be done. All right, so I'm gonna do that off camera, so you guys don't need to see me repeat the same thing over again. All right, so I'm gonna do one more fill. Over here, it looks like it's not murky anymore. It looks like it's getting clear. It's still dark because again, it's this hose that's dark, so it makes the fluid look darker than it actually is. But I could tell that it's not murky anymore like it was before. So I'm gonna fill this up pretty much to the top, and I'm gonna bleed it down until it's a little bit, you know, a few millimeters, probably like 3 millimeters or so below the 3 or 4 millimeters below the high mark. Then I'm gonna cap it off. After that, let's fill this reservoir up real quick. So I pumped the reservoir. So I filled the reservoir, I think 3 times. So that usually does it. When you do it 3 times, that usually gets all the old fluid out, and everything should be nice and fresh and clean. That's 1, 2 pumps, 3, 4. I think 1 more. Okay, I think I'm good there. So basically, I'm back down to the same level as I was originally when I first opened this up over here. So I'm about right there. So that's about the same level as I was when I first opened this up. But now, if you look at the color there, it looks a lot clearer. You know, it's not all like yellow looking. It still has a, you know, yellowish color to it, but it's not like yellow. It wasn't as bright yellow, and it wasn't as murky. It's kind of like the difference between, you know, it's like when you look at piss. If you're really dehydrated, your piss is like really yellow, and when you're hydrated, your piss looks more like lemonade. So it's like that. All right. So that's it. All I need to do is cap this off now. Here's my cap over here. Let's look at the cap. I actually haven't cleaned it up or anything yet, so let's do that. Let's see, I need to find a clean spot on this rag here. This rag is so damn dirty. Oh man, it's all wet too. It's all wet, full of brake fluid. So here's the cap. Actually, let's do this one first, because this is the one that's going in first. So the little seal one, what I like to do is I like to stick my pinky from the back side to stretch it out, wipe all this off. Find a clean spot on the rag, wipe all this off. So that's basically all brake fluid right there, mostly. So this is the side that touches the brake fluid. All right, wipe it all off. It's nice and clean. Okay, the back side is all wet too. So that back side, that wetness is probably has a little bit of brake fluid, but a lot of that is actually water as well, because brake fluid attracts water. So whatever amount of a little bit amount of brake fluid that's on the outside of this rubber piece here will saturate with water. So that's why you see all that wetness. That's the reason why you have to change brake fluid every. Doesn't matter if you use the vehicle or not, or whatever vehicle you use. You have to bleed the brakes every 3 years if you want the brake fluid to stay nice and fresh, and it doesn't boil over and causes the brakes to go bad quickly. So it's pretty clean. I should blow it with the compressed air just because. That's good enough. Still see a little lint from the t-shirt, my rag, which is a t-shirt. That's on. That's good. Let's wipe this one off here. This one's a little wet as well. It's the back side. Let's do the wet side here. So this side, that's pretty clean, pretty dry. It's not perfect, but doesn't matter. So that's in. Okay, so now we just put the cap back on. And the cap I didn't touch. I didn't need to. So right now I'm using .4 brake fluid, and on here it says .3 or 4 brake fluid right up here, right the first line up there. And I have right here .4 brake fluid. All right, so that's good. Just need to screw this down. So here I'm just using 2 fingers, my thumb and my middle finger here, to tighten it. You don't need more than that. You know, you don't want to grab a fistful of on the handle and crank it down like that. That's how you strip the threads. Screw it there. Screw it there. That's it. Up here, I'm already tightened up here. Let's see, double check, make sure it's tight. Yep, it's tight. So let me bring this down so I can cap this off. Try to spill fluid or minimize fluid spill. So obviously there's gonna be fluid here and also at the reservoir end. So after I finish, you know, tightening this up and cleaning it up, let me double check the tightness one more time. Yeah, it's tight. I'm gonna just rinse all this right here with water. Just water. You don't need to use any type of cleaner or anything like that. Because brake fluid is you know, absorbs water, and I think it's water soluble. So the water will just rinse all this off right here, because you don't want to leave that there. If you leave that there, it will eat up your paint. Same thing with here. I had some brake fluid drip down my swing arm right down here. So I'm gonna have to rinse all this off as well, just with fresh water, and I'm good. And that's it. That's all you need to do to bleed the brakes. All right, thanks for watching.